I go back to one more part about the Silica Era that talks about underground tree networks of crystal and waterways that were left behind, that likely some of them were the roots of these ancient trees that were removed by the ancients. It talks about that silica is the essential substance to make computers function, and how ironic that is, if you think of it, and how we are ruining ourselves in this digital age. It then also self-confronts what is left of our once much stronger bodies, since there was even mention in scriptures that, for example, Adam grew to be 1,000 years old. However, we now have been reduced to an easily diseased and decaying body that easily leads us to lusts of animosity, and that even our own flesh can be our worst opponent at times. Whether you believe the reference to the beast at the end or not, the hypothesis of it rings a lot of truth to myself, and how humanity is not doing so well today, and must turn towards the spirit and light in order to have a fighting chance against the corruption we live in.
Did you know that trees communicate via root systems? Through underground network systems, the wood wide web. They communicate via slow pulsing electrical signals. There exists entire cave systems of crystal under the earth. They say caves form from water erosion, but why are there gigantic crystals in so many of them? These are not caves. They are cut-off root systems of our old, majestic, giant silicon trees. Look at the rivers of our world from above. They look like excavated tree roots, because they are. They gutted our giant trees and their roots. Many river systems are actually the flooded, cut-off root systems of our old, majestic giant silicon trees. It is not a coincidence that many of our giant tree stumps are located within national parks and protected land. It means we can't dig there and discover roots attached to these structures. Hollywood have mocked us and given us a vision that is most likely very similar to Earth's true history. Look. It's interesting that the director of this movie, James Cameron, also has an obsession with diving down into the Mariana Trench. Silicon, we are told, is a powerful semiconductor. It is the primary element that makes computer chips possible. Memory chips and processors would not be possible without silicon. It holds memory. That's why they call our era the Silicon Era, and that's why it's called Silicon Valley. They came and brought in carbon so they could oxidize and retrieve pure silicon from our once beautiful world. It may have looked something like this. Why did they do this? What on earth happened? Carbon life was not supposed to be. If you look closer at the carbon element, we discover that it consists primarily of the isotope carbon-12. The carbon-12 isotope makes up 98.93% of the entire element of carbon. Carbon-12 is composed of 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. Carbon is number 6 on the periodic table. It is the mark of the beast. Carbon life, human life as we know it, was created by the beast. 666. Maybe that's why humans have such an innate propensity for satanic, barbaric behavior. We must move towards truth, light, and goodness. Everything we have been told is a lie. Our entire history is a satanic fabrication. and the joke's on us.
This is part 4 of 7 you just watched. Do watch the first 3 in sequence if you haven't. It will be worth it. This part 4 marks the end of the talk about the Silica Era in the ancient trees, quarries, etc. Part 5, 6, and 7 are about showing you how we have been lied to and don't even know what earthly plane we live on or what the real universe is above our heads. I can tell you, it is not NASA's or Darwin's version of events. Sorry about ruining your appreciation for a certain worldwide famous BBC wildlife narrator. He is good at his job, but I dare say he should have just stuck to wildlife narrating without scientific incorporations.